this is also helping me with self-love and not worried about the external. Because as I shared with you and Angela the other day, my ego was like, D, you shaved your head, but you still covering your head, so it don't matter. It doesn't count. And I let my ego know that it's not about what everyone else sees, it's about what I see.
Queen, how are you? It feels like we haven't seen each other in like a year.
I know, which is totally crazy. And disregard me leaning over, okay? So I didn't tell you this before we started, but I'll share it with you now because everybody will know. So we did yoga this morning. And so my computer was upstairs in the room that I normally do my meditation and yoga and stuff in. So, we both had to quickly take a shower and then get dressed. So I'm like, oh no, I need to go get the computer. So I'm all going in the other room. And I had a computer and stuff and everything was great. And all of a sudden I hit my baby toe on my right foot. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm like, so I gotta, cause you gotta go, cause we're about to go live. So it is swollen, girl. It's vibrating. It's hot. So I have an ice pack on it. But woo, so it's hurting. I'm like, no, the first day, how am I gonna hurt myself after the yoga? Oh no.
I know. And the yoga was powerful today, even though it wasn't like as, because the chat always be going in, right? And the thing about me is that when I enter yoga mode with the master, I don't see the chat per se. Like even when by the way, if you're here live with us, hey, how are you? How's everything? And if you hear later on during the day or the time of the year or the ancient time, hashtag replay, because hey, these videos are going to be here for a really long time. So who knows when you're going to be watching this, and we embrace and embark and love you every single time, no matter what time it is. Oh man, so yoga. First of all, let's go back a little bit because I want to talk about a little bit about listening to our body and knowing that our body can heal itself if we have the right nutrients, if we have the right practices, if we have the right things, right? And what are the right things? Sometimes you're like, what? But I eat right. Okay, well, let's break it down. Something that I was reading before the show yesterday, and sometimes I get these emails and I'm like, oh, okay, read, yes, no, read. But this time Spirit was like, oh, let's go into this email because it said Heal documentary. So from the Heal documentary, I get emails from them because I listen to the podcast. Dr. Dispenza is like, ding, 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 one of my main guides. So the lady that I don't know if you guys seen the documentary, the Heal documentary. It's now on Amazon Prime. Before I used to be on Netflix. It was a huge documentary that Joe was there, Deepak was there, a lot of amazing influencers were there that are in the wellness conscious community. Not only are they in the wellness conscious community, they practice, Reiki, they practice all of these beautiful things that we always bring to the table here, right? We speak about all of life journeys and everything, but the wellness part of things, it is what kept us afloat, especially throughout the pandemic and moving forward. So if you implemented that within the next 2 years, that's it. You imprinted, boo, for the rest of your life. So the lady that was that she did the documentary with all of the cast, she's taking a break from the podcast that she does because she wants to focus on herself, and she wants to, she wants to practice what she preaches on a deeper level, because her body's asking her to take the time off because she has kids, and she wants to be the best mom that she can possibly be for her children. And then she's gonna come back into the spotlight again, and she's gonna do, she's gonna let the team take over while she takes a break. And I was like, that is on another level of, of like amazing, because yesterday we sat together, the three of us, and we were speaking about all of these beautiful things that we want to bring to the table for 2022. Not only for us, but for all our listeners, for all the people that watch us, for the future times, because we're here today, but we're setting intention for this week, and we're setting intention for the next 6 months, because this moon is definitely doing it for all of us. So Quinn, you wanna chime in a little bit, because I think we took over for a while. But yeah, the documentary Heal is amazing.
Well, first I want to say, okay, so it's called the healing documentary. I was trying to find it.
No, it's Heal, and then documentary.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will drop that in the chat, guys. Heal documentary.
EAL.
And the documentary.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was like, when I watched, so it was part of my training with my guides.
Mm.
Because one day I was like, I love Dr. Dispenza, but I didn't even know he was on it. And then I was looking for something on Netflix, and Spirit's like, oh, let's watch Heal today. You're always saying that healing and heal. We're gonna really show you and teach you all these practices that you are doing, and all these practices that you are speaking of. How do they all complement each other?
Wow, that was deep right there. That was deep. Well, I say it was deep because, coming from even spirituality, the evolution that we've gone through as far as getting to the level that we are right now. Before that level, we possibly could have been in a mindset that we do not see that everything can be complementing each other. Me too. I mean, even as far as religion or the way that I was eating, because before we went live, guys, we were talking about drinking alcohol, so even that, because there was a point to where I drank like it was better than sliced bread. Then I did not. And then in those times, I began to frown upon people that did. So with you saying that, this is something that is really vital for all of us to truly understand and overstand, that we are all on our separate walks. In addition to, we are one collectively, so meaning that Source is experiencing Earth or the third dimension through each of us, not just me or you, everyone. So regardless of what we're thinking and doing, the ultimate goal for everything is to get back to Source, So that means that it's okay if your neighbor is a homosexual. Hello, that's their business. That's not my business. But that doesn't define them as a person, you know what I mean? They could be drinking alcohol, even like my neighbor playing the drums. Hello, it gets on my nerves sometimes, but then sometimes it's because it's a lesson for me to have patience or different things. But ultimately, Source is experiencing him play the drums. So it's really, I would say this will be something amazing for 2022, is try to become aware of everyone around you, and get to the point to where when you see them, you see Source, and you see the Source is experiencing this human experience just like Source is through you as well. And then we will have more kindness. We will have more, compassion for first ourselves and then other people, So like, yeah, that was deep. You took me there. You took me there.
But something that I am hearing right now is not just everybody, but you first. It takes you first, because if you don't do your work, if you don't see you, then you're not able to see others and their energy. And energy is something that is super amazing and powerful. That after I want to say that prior to me not being aware of it, the energy is everything and everything is energy, right? I was just roaming around the world, allowing all the energies to come in and out and me, myself, and not knowing my own energy, also not knowing who I am, because that is something that we encourage you, especially today, especially on this beautiful day that auspicious day that we're living today.
I love when Grandmaster says this.
That too. I was like, what?
Right.
I never thought that I was going to get to a point in my journey that I was going to say that for others and for myself, right? Like my guys always was like, okay, well, you're pretty powerful yourself too. And then I'm like, okay, well, but I was doing the healing part of my shadow work and stuff. So now that I say it out loud, it's surreal.
Yeah. You said something else that was powerful. You said knowing yourself and being aware of yourself. That has been a amazing journey for me as well. And it seems like these past 2 years, 40 years was packed in these past 2 years. It seems like it's going so fast. I've learned so much about myself. And it's really, really, really amazing. And it is so important. It's so important. I feel that that's truly the only way that you could be here.
Yeah.
On this planet is for you to thrive, to know yourself. Because then you can coexist with others and you can speak your truth. You can stand in your power. You can be able to be around someone that possibly either in a different life or 6 months ago you wouldn't have been able to even handle their energies. So it's really amazing to do that. Girl, let's get some gratitude going. Let's talk about some gratitude. We were saying about the gratitude too.
I know, but we went in deep. Like, we go in real deep. So first of all, gratitude. Let me share this that the guides gave me, and then we go into gratitude and what we want and what is this day and what are we talking about? Who are these ladies? We're Feminine Flame, and you are part of the flame. Ow! Guess what? Fire is amazing. It's rebirth as much as it's like. If you want to find happiness, find gratitude. If you want to find happiness, find gratitude. So we want to start a challenge with you all. Hashtag Feminine Flame Gratitude. Queen, what do you think? What are your thoughts on what we shared last night on gratitude and everything like that? And first of all, we want you to be grateful all the time. I'm always grateful 24/7. Like, even when the bad things come, because I'm like, like I was like, oh, okay, well, like, I have a 17-year-old daughter and these things come, right? And when I am in the middle of it, I want to call my mom and I'm like, and then my guys told me back and it's like, oh, do you remember when you were 17? And then like, okay. And then I have to be thankful and grateful for everything. So with that being said, everything, because it's showing you something. It's showing you how resilient you are. It's showing you how powerful you are, or you can be. So, Queen, what do you think about the gratitude challenge that we are about to put on the table?
I think that it's going to level people up. I really think that it is. And because when you said that, you were grateful and you had gratitude for the quote unquote bad things, okay, that's something new for me. No, I used to play the straight victim. I was a victim. Why did this happen to me? Why? Why did my car not start? Whatever it was, I played the victim. I won't even say the biggest victim, but I definitely played the victim. So, but I'm at the point now to where I transmute that and say, okay, what do I need to learn? What are you showing me? Or what did I ask for that the only way that I would learn it was through this particular experience?
That's
deep. Yeah. I mean, because just think, when you're talking to Source and you're like, "Ooh, bring me patience. I want to be wisdom. I want to be strong. I want to be flexible. I want to be a millionaire." And Source is like, "Okay, done." And then it isn't like Source sprinkles patience on you. No, you get different experiences and scenarios so you can cultivate that and you can learn the patience. So you can learn to be flexible. So then you get the 11-day yoga challenge like we're doing now, right? Right? Or you have children. And what happens is that basically your children, they watched you when you were in the physical. So when you said, "I want patience," and your daughter raised her hand and said, "Okay, I'm going to bring Jessie's patience. I'm going to bring her patience." So she birthed through your body to teach
two
you
of them, actually.
patience.
Two. But the 17 one is the one that presses. Well, they both press it at the same time. But yes, two.
Exactly. So to go back to your question for me on the gratitude thing, I really feel that it's definitely time. It's something that we all should definitely do. It's gonna skyrocket 2020 like crazy. This is your best year yet. That's all I gotta say. So get ready, family. This is your best year yet, and it starts with gratitude. It starts
today. It starts today. It starts with gratitude. Gratitude is definitely one of the first. First of all, I am super grateful to have you guys, because when my team said, well, the flames are coming, I didn't understand what the flame were, right? So when we came up with the name for Feminine Flame, I'm like, I'm sorry, come again? And they repeated to me, very recently, where they say, other flames are coming, prepare yourself, prepare your vessel, right? Prepare yourself. They keep saying prepare yourself because somewhere along the way we needed more guidance and more structuring and more loving. More loving. So it kept coming through, and I was like, dude, I have these messages, they keep coming, and I keep hearing it's coming, and we are in the most amazing communities, y'all. Like, if you need a tribe, we are that team. And not to brag, not to put us in the spot anywhere, but we come from very amazing conscious community and not conscious community, and then we're the in-between people, and then we just merged everything out, right? So when all of this stuff is coming through, like we're going to be doing the show, and then we're going to think, and then the energy shifted everything. No more Sedona. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. I know, because we hadn't even told him about that, had we? Oh my gosh, spoiler. Okay, go.
God, who's doing this to me? Okay, so no more Sedona. But it's okay. I'm grateful for it. I am grateful. And I know that Dee is grateful for it. And I know that Angela's grateful for it, because the level up that we are doing right at this very moment needed to happen in order for us to get to Sedona next year, right? Because of all the shifts of the energy. And this is a very powerful year for us to do this work. For the you know, this, especially this moon in Capricorn, it is going to accelerate everything that you put on a piece of paper for the next 6 months. This is why we want you to put intentions for the next week and then for the next 6 months. Call these things up in your life. I started calling like a while ago. But right, truth be told, and this is why things keep coming in and resetting and reshifting. And so yesterday I had to have like a real serious conversation with the guys. I'm like, dude, so okay, so no more Sedona. Got it. Because we're shifting and reshifting and reshifting. We understand that. We're still doing, so they're like, why don't we just focus on the 11th day that we're doing right now? And I was like, okay. So for the next 11 day, y'all, we're going to be here at 1 p.m. EST time every single day. So switch your little timer, switch your alarm for the flames, because we are not switching the schedule because, oh no, we're just, no, we're really switching it. We're shifting it with the energy that is happening in the atmosphere, in the world, everywhere. So we're tuning in for all of us, not for just for me to get this richness of the universe. It's for you, for me, for all of us, so we can really harness all of these beautiful energies. So when all of this, the stuff gets done, so 11 day of yoga, and if you want to join us, we already dropped the link somewhere. Yeah, we're going to be doing yoga with master, and you know, we talk about him all the time. We talk about, you know, it's like he's the guardian angel that sits in one of the chair, the invisible chair that you don't see. Hello. And one day, by the way, we're manifesting master coming into Feminine Flame and having this interview with you guys. So when that happens, we are gonna go wild, and then you can ask master whatever you want on our stage, right? Because you can ask master whatever you want on his stage, right? And the I Am Creator stage. If you ever want to, you know, download the app, it's amazing. You get a lot of content. There's a lot of classes going on if you need it. But the 11-day challenge of yoga, I love yoga. And by the way, Dee, I wanted to share with you that Ali today and Biggie were doing yoga with me. And I was like, and I have, because, so another thing that is happening in my life is that my kids are going to virtual school, and I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So I have no space, but it's okay. It's being worked on. It's being worked on. So I'm in the kitchen, and then Biggie's like, it's my mat to squeeze over. And then Ali comes, and he straight up falls asleep in the front of the mat. So, and then he's like, this is my mat. I said, I see how y'all love this kind of energy that mama's working on, cooking over here, but y'all need to give me some space. So tomorrow, what I've learned out of that lesson was that tomorrow I need to set 2 mats, one for them and one for me, because I be damn, like, what?
Wait, and tell everyone who is Ali and
okay.
And do they have 4 legs or 2 legs?
Okay, so Ali is my daughter's cat, and Dee loves him because he's a black cat. He's huge, and he's not even a year old. He is the smartest thing. He wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning to wake me up, or 4, because that's the time that he needs to be waking me up. So he wakes me up at that time like an alarm clock. It's like, it's like, not even Luna's up at that time. And he wakes up scratching on the door, everything. That's Ali. He's amazing. He has the best energy ever. But don't mess with him because he's also crazy towards us. And he can't, and you know, cats come into your life to show you and teach you other things and give you bigger insights in your life if you didn't know that about cats. And Biggie is my blue nose Shar-Pei pit bull that he loves yoga. He just loves it. It's like whatever you do to him, just put it on a mat and aside, and he'll just be okay with just chilling there and, you know, be okay with it. So one day when he meets Master, they're gonna talk this out and they're probably gonna collaborate. You know, this happened. It's happening because, dude, he's like, boom, done. It's a done deal for him. It was to a point, Queen, that when Master started talking, he'll just go down. I'm like, I said, you're doing downward facing dog? Is this happening? Yeah, it was happening. So yeah. those are the beans that I was speaking into.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And it's really amazing to see whenever we do the challenges and to like click on gallery and see everyone. So to see their family, sometimes you see little kids, sometimes you see older people, like people's parents there, or you'll see a whole family like JP. It'll be him, his wife, and his 2 children all doing yoga, and it's amazing. And then you see the 4-legged family members. Always, the cats are over there, the dogs are over there, and it's really beautiful to see them feel the energies of Master as well as everyone else that's on the Zoom. So then, yes, they love it. I forgot who it was, but she was saying her cat always, every time she does yoga, her cat always comes over there and just hangs out with her. So they feel the energies. That's what it is, and it's so amazing. So amazing.
Girl, so this is the first time that Ali was able to experience the energy. So yeah, so I found it very, so not strange because nothing strange, but I love to see him do it. So my phone was at the windowsill and it was on, so there was space for him to lay down. So he literally, it was on the warmer, right? So he literally looks at the window and sits next to it and goes like, and just listens to it and falls asleep for a little bit, right? And then comes out of that and then he sits by the mat and falls asleep by the mat. I was like, okay, well, that just happened.
Wow, that is so amazing to me. It's so amazing to me.
And we were all there. Yeah.
Yes, and I was loving it. I was loving it today too, and I was laughing because a man spotlighted me, and then Master was like, and DeAnna is joining us, and I'm waving. Like, hello, we're just starting. Why am I already spotlighted? But I'm like, whatever, you know. I love him. I love him so much.
We're part of the family at this point.
Yes, definitely. And I'm asking for healing for my toe because I do not want this injury to prevent me from, because I don't want my injury to prevent me from finishing what I set forth. And the intentions that I set forth is that this 11-day challenge was going to open up new levels of my chakras, as well as my relationship with my guides. I also said I was going to get discipline, and I set so many different amazing intentions, and then I hit my foot. So I'm like, what?
It was a test. I want to be the spoiler here to tell you.
It's a spoiler.
A spoiler, it's a test. All good here. All good. we're the energy healing. It's we're already working on it here as we speak, so that we can be okay for this 11-day challenge, because I love that you put that into an intention. I heard discipline very loud, because we need that. We need discipline in our life in order to evolve. Without discipline, and discipline is just another word for love, for self-love.
Wow. Okay.
It really is, you know? And when you break it down to the core of the word, it's just another word for self-love and self-care. So the fact that we're loving ourselves, and we're disciplining to love ourselves, and to really come out of the shell that we've been for. You said for the past 2 years, I felt like 40 years shredded by, right? That's exactly how I felt, how I feel. Exactly. Like at the end of the year, this year, I was like, wow, I'm so much at peace. Like, I'm so at peace with the new year coming in, and, you know, the shredding that I did, and all the intentions, and all my rituals. I like really put rituals into place. And I was like, dude, I'm like, no, okay, let's put that into the fireball. All right, let's not hunt us back anymore. You're going to teach me a lesson, please bring it in something else, because that one is already used, it's already watched, we already lived it too many times. So no, let's put it up in here. Yeah, and you know, when you're when you're being chosen by your family to do all the generational stuff, sometimes we have to like, and it comes back because somewhere along the way, somebody in our family didn't deal with it. So now it's coming back to you, and you have to heal it, so that it doesn't come back in somebody else's kids. So it's like, it's going and going. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are just joining in, we are Feminine Flame. I want to continue to really, really say that today, because tomorrow this is not going to be it. This energy is not going to be it. We're going to have another different energy, because I'm fasting for the next 11 days. So when I fast, it is very, very, very profound. So I want to talk about fasting a little bit before. Can we have a time check, please? Because I can't see it on my screen.
It is 12:34 my time, so 1:34 your time. So we're cool.
Cool. So we're good. So fasting, right? Fasting purifies the soul and makes you more aware of your intention, thoughts, and actions. So yeah, I do fast when I'm doing yoga, especially when I'm doing yoga with master. I do fast. I only do water fasting, so it's only water, and at the end of the day, one meal, and boom, and we're good. So when I do fast, it gets very interesting. It gets very, very interesting, because it's me, all of my guides, and me and all of my guides. Usually it's just me, and I block stuff out in, because, you know, I'm living a duality here. But usually when I'm fasting, it's like, okay, she's fasting, y'all. You know what that means. It is intention setting for us to get in there. Let's get in there and get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, because we need it, especially for this full moon, especially for Queen. I know you share with us a meditation that for the full moon for chicas. So that meditation, I would love for you to drop it in the chat. And Queen, do you want to talk about your hair? Like, can we talk about your hair? Like, we haven't, spoiler alert, can we talk about your hair today? And
what hair?
I know, what hair? Right. And the transformation, because 2-3 days ago, hair was in the plate. Now what? Can we talk about it? I'm going to mute myself so you can go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Yes, we can definitely talk about it. I want to go back some before I do, if you don't mind. So we're going to do the gratitude. So I'm doing a recap for the people who just came and just a recap for you. So we're going to do a gratitude for the next 11 days. So whenever you're posting your gratitude on your Facebook or wherever you are, do hashtag feminine flame gratitude. 11-day challenge. Probably not all together. Do you, but do that. Then I will definitely find the meditation from Shika. I know that she did a forecast, but today when I looked for to see if she did a meditation for the new moon, I didn't see one. So I'm gonna probably email her and be like, okay, or message her, girl, where's the meditation? Right, because I got it like that. I can be like, okay, hello, where's the meditation? And then as far as my hair, I know, oh my gosh. So this has been a journey, actually. My hair, I used to wear, oh my gosh, such a journey with my hair, guys. I used to wear my hair out for the world to see. And I grew up in, wow, download. When I was little, I loved my hair. And I used to love playing with my Little Pony doll. Actually, it was a pony and it was stuffed, but it had like hair. So I would brush it and stuff. So I was all into hair. And then grew up, more and got a perm. So basically, I was denying part of me, basically, because my hair is not naturally straight. It's curly. So I would perm it, right? As you point, is your hair. And then I went from wearing it permed or with chemicals, then I went to wearing it natural. So I was learning how to embrace my natural curls and all that, and then I would do that. And then I went through a phase of really a lot of deep depression, and I would never show my hair to the point to where I began to hate my hair. I wouldn't comb it. I didn't take care of it. It got matted, so I kept having to cut it because it was so matted and tangled that I couldn't comb through it. So I would cut it. Yes. And then after that, I was in a religion that believed that women should cover their hair. So, and then to date, as far as that goes, I'm in the process of determining if I still truly want to continue to cover my hair because I want to, or if it was because someone else. And in the process of that too, I learned, so in the last year or two, I learned that your hair has memory. So I did cut it some. I cut it about 4 or 5 inches off of it. And then last week, someone was talking about shaving their head. And she was speaking about how she felt when she was wearing all the weave and braids that she was hiding. She was hiding her true self, under all of this fake hair or hair that wasn't hers, and saying all kind of stuff. And then as she was speaking, all I could hear from my guides was, shave your head. So, and I say shave, so I didn't use a razor. I used the clippers. So I'm not bald. It's not, like this. It's a little bit, barely, but I just, did the whole thing. And then right after that, ran down the steps because the fireplace was on. And then I recorded. So if you guys look at my news feed, I recorded me transmuting the years of trauma and events and lessons. I transmuted it through fire. And I also thanked it. I said, thank you for my lessons. Thank you for coming to me and teaching me and, elevating me, and then now on the other side of that, it's amazing to not have hair, or not long hair, because it's probably, I don't know, maybe a millimeter or a centimeter or something like that. But it feels like a new level, because now there's no a bunch of hair to prevent my scalp from experiencing the elements, and just um, feeling my nerve ending. So touching, my hair, even like, because it's not with this, but with my sleep hat I wear. I still wear it. It's a habit. I can't help it. I still wear it. So whenever I turn my head, the hat moves, so it just rubs against my hair, and ooh. So it's like, you remember Lion King when they said Mufasa? So Mufasa, say it again. So that's how it feels. But recently, my guide said it was like it's tuning into the Kundalini. So it's like I feel like a surge of energy going all the way down to my root chakra and then coming back up. So it's a new level of awareness. I feel my crown chakra open up so much easier now, because I don't have any hair. So I challenge everybody, because I challenged the flames. I said, you don't have to do it today. I said, but experience not having hair, especially as a woman too, because our identity is so wrapped up in the external. So our hair, our makeup, us having this Coke bottle or whatever, and it's so funny. I started talking about that because I was sharing this with the flames the other day, because with this experience, I'm getting more downloads too. And one of the downloads that I got recently was a reminder that human species is the only species where the women look all fine and all dolled up. Because in all the other species on our planet, it's the male that's beautiful. Like the birds, they have the beautiful iridescent flowers, but the female bird, they're brown. And then I asked my guides why. Why is it like that? And they shared with me that it's like that because we went from women being in power to men being in power. And so when the men were in power, they wanted their women to be all, looking all dolled up, instead of the opposite. Instead of the men proving themselves to the women had to prove themselves to the men by being eye candy. So it's deep. I've had so many downloads, guys.
Oh my God. Where do we break this down?
I
Hold
know,
on.
right?
All right. One question. Would you completely shave it off? If that is an option for you, would it just shave it off? Will you do that in the future?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much there, honestly, because you can see my scalp. You can barely see, the hair that's there, But yeah. I don't know if I would keep it, there, like continue to shave it off so I don't have any hair. I don't know, because I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about that yet. But it's so crazy too, because this is also helping me with self-love and not worried about the external, because as I shared with you and Angela the other day, my ego was like, D, you shaved your head, but you still covering your head, so it don't matter. It doesn't count. And I let my ego know that it's not about what everyone else sees. It's about what I see. And that I'm working on my self-love, my self-approval of myself, my own worth. And I don't need anyone outside of me to say that my hair isn't there anymore. So that was something. Yeah, right. So that was something that was needed for me to do for myself, and only for me to see at this time.
Do you remember what was your first reaction when you saw yourself in the mirror?
I think I was like, what? You just did what? And then I was like, too, because I am a daredevil too. Okay, so you can challenge me, and I would do it. Okay, I was like that when I was little. You can't jump off a tree. Whatever, I'm jumping off a tree, and I did it. And luckily I didn't break nothing. But so, um, I when I said that I was going to do it, and the fact that I said it out loud, I definitely needed to do it. Um, but then when I went upstairs and I did the first one, I'm like, oh, I can't go back now. And then I thought, well, why do you want to go back? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get y'all for constantly schooling me and and
In the
downloading.
middle of a crisis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm in it to win it now. Let's get it. So I'm in it. Yes. But after I did it, I was like, because it's so crazy too. Because like 2 days before, I looked at me with my hair out, and I was like, that is not cute. I did not like my hair. Again, it's like because you know how sometimes we regress because it depends because we're energy and we know that energy is constantly moving. It's constantly going up and down. So I didn't have on my hat, and I took it off, and I was like, that you are not cute. And I told myself, that looks crazy. You look terrible. But when I shaved it, I was like, you're looking good, girl. I was all in the mirror, and I was like, okay, but then, because again, I'm like anybody else. Then I'm like, but okay, do my eyebrows need to be more obvious now? So I was going back to that mindset that first I needed to people please, or I had to look a certain way, or something like that. It had to be external. What will other people think? And then again, I quickly was like, hello, you look great. You look amazing. And then from that point on, I just embraced it. And I've been doing some research too, because I don't know how to take care of just my scalp, because that's all I got. I was like, do I need to shampoo this? What's going on? I don't use shampoo. I don't use shampoo. I do conditioner, because I do co-wash, which is basically doing
Just massage your scalp. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. So yeah, so I've been doing research on YouTube on how do you take care, like, women that have shaved their head, what is their hair or care, because they don't have hair. So what is their scalp care regimen or routine? So I've been learning about that. So basically what I've been doing is each morning, and I did it last night too. So yesterday I did it in the morning and the night. Today, because of the different energies and we had new things going on, I totally forgot to put oil on my head. But that's what I'm gonna start doing. So I don't get it wet every day. I'm gonna get it wet like once a week, and I'm gonna do like a deep oil treatment, and then put a hat on and get up under the dryer, so it can really penetrate my
Girl, I'm
pores
looking
and
into
everything.
like I just see massage and like you in there like a massage therapist up in your head,
Yeah,
really feeling all the energies coming down in your body. That's what I'm feeling right now. But that's
girl.
just
It's so funny you said that, because you know how during Christmas time, they be having like a Walmart, their little spot, little gift, $3 gift section, and they have like those little hair massager things. I've never been able to get it because either I had braids in my head, or something was going on to where I couldn't take advantage of that. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder if someone got some hair massagers.
they have one that goes like this in
Yes,
your head.
yes, yes.
Well, so we have somebody close to us well, two people close to us that shave their head. So maybe we can reach out to Queen Nicole. Hey Nicole, I know you watch us on the replay. Um if she wants to come during this week so we can talk about hair and, you know, all sorts of alignment meditation and, you know, all of the amazing things that she does. But yeah, when you were sharing that came through for me. I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, she has that. And then the male figure that shaved his head was Master, right? But that was amazing to watch it yesterday. When we were doing yoga and we were doing NFT workshop and everything like that. So, and if you don't know about NFT, come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we will be talking about NFT and kids, how to involve your kids with NFT and how to get them in the beautifulness. Because guess what? I was talking to Dee. I was like, what? Eminem sold his NFT to $460,000.
One NFT.
Just one.
Yeah.
And that's just the small ones. That's not even a big one.
Right.
So yeah, so tomorrow we'll talk way more about that and everything like that. But just seeing Master coming out into the chair and everybody's like, what? You know, the ones that haven't seen the picture yet. What Master? What and what? So yeah, it's amazing to see it, but because, you know, it does our hair holds so much energy. And something that my guys reminded me yesterday was, and I raised my hand about the depression and about the knots in your hair. So if you are one of those beautiful and amazing human beings that is happening in your life, we need to break it down into pieces and see why you're depressed. But yes, because you are depressed, that's one of the first symptoms that you let go. You let go of your hair, you let go of your nails, you let go of yourself, you just let go. And you just let go. And I was in that situation once, and it was horrible. My hair went into, oh my God. So my hair was longer. So by the way, I used to have long curly hair. My hair never been the same ever since then. So I used to have long, because I'm telling you, depression it's a motherfucker. Excuse my Spanish and English all at the same time. But it gets you. It really does. It's an energy that really gets you. It not only does it get you, it makes you believe that it's okay that you're depressed, that you are supposed to be depressed. No. And I'm going to talk about a little bit more about this tomorrow, because I'm going to be talking about my daughter a lot tomorrow, because tomorrow's her birthday. But I had postpartum depression. So mamas, come back tomorrow, because we will be talking about that. We're going to be talking about postpartum depression in a different level, because I have experienced postpartum depression. I didn't even know what it was. Back then, I didn't even know, nowhere in my family ever. Oh no, it's okay, you're just not sleeping well because of the baby. I'm sorry, what? So all of you guys in the family went through this pain and this crying and this hurt and almost not wanting to be here with your baby? All of you guys? So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But when I had to cut my hair because of that situation, I had long hair, Queen. I had long hair. And I had to cut it short, really, really short, like a boy cut short. And one of the things that happened when I noticed in the bathroom that I needed to cut my hair, I started bawling, crying, hysterically crying, because my husband wasn't going to love me now because I had no hair. So yesterday, as I went through, after we finished the conversation, and you were like, oh, you know, let's talk about it. And then I had to go back into the conversations. There was something there that I needed to heal further, right? So I went for my walk. And I was like, okay, so this happened and my reaction was this way, and this happened and this happened and this happened. So how we're going to take it from there. Right? And then, you know, my guys to walk me through it. And so, oh, hey, you remember this and you remember. But one of the things that came through was, when I was depressed and when I cut my hair, that the first emotion, that's the reason why I asked you what was the first emotion when you cut your hair, because when I had to cut my hair for the first time, I chopped it off at the house. So I chopped it off at the house, but because I didn't want the hairstylist to see this, because it turned into two huge knots, one over here and one over here. And mind you, I have really long hair. So all of this just went into a ball. And I'm like, how, like I was in the bathroom, like, how did I get this way? How did this happen? Like, when did my hair get into a knot? Why do I even have to cut my hair? But I went bald and I was crying. I was crying so hard that my husband came in the bathroom. He's like, what's going on in here? And I tell him, and I was like, look at my hair. And I'm like, I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to have to cut my hair. And then he's like, so what? And by then I was just like, what? I'm sorry, because, you know, and I'm going to tell you something behind camera, because I don't want to say this in front of the camera because it affects other human beings in the conversation. But I'll tell you another conversation that I had with somebody else, with a family member, and what they said to me about him. But when I spoke, but I had already had the conversation with him, and I had already cut my hair, I already had done everything. But another conversation happened afterwards, and what they told me behind the scene with him not being there. So not only now I'm there and this is happening, and I'm bawling, and I'm like, what? You know, I have long hair, you know, my hair's, my hair is everything. And that's when I started to listening to NDRE, that I'm not my hair. And I used to play that song over and over and over because of what the person said to me, the other person. Because remember, I was not in the same journey as I am today. Because if I was in the same journey I am today, I would just be like, girl, you know what? You too need a makeover. Let's do it together. Let's go dye our hair together. You know, you know what? You probably depressed you. You just don't notice it, right? But I cried so much, and it was terrifying. And then it was good, because at the same time it had me heal from what I just shared with you about the other person. That was deep. Wow. Somebody's taking over.
Right? I know, right? Isn't it just, I'm going to put the song in the chat as well, so I just found it. It's really amazing how we experience so many different things similarly. It might have a different label on it, but it's the root, you know, is the same. So it's really amazing. And even when you were sharing about your hair, and time check, it's a minute till top of the hour.
I think we're not gonna. Yeah, we're gonna pull a card. I'm sorry. I was going to say maybe we're not, but yeah, we are.
No problem. So when you were speaking about your hair and how you had the knots and stuff, and all I could hear from me is that, girl, we could have combed that out. Because there's been times, you know, like when I've had braids, and either it was the time limit between me going to get some more braids, so I had a bunch of new growth, and then in the back it got like almost, it was matted. And like my mom, she helped me. I'm like, Mom, help, you know. So we took out all my braids, and we got back there. She just put olive oil straight on my hair and just slowly release the tangles. And it took time. It took a long time, a lot of patience, but it was done. It was hardly any of my hair came out too, because she was going slow. So she wasn't just yanking it, you know. She was going really, really slow, and she wasn't going from the scalp. She was going at the very bottom, and then beginning to relieve and loose all of the tangles. So you should have called me. I could have came over. However, you needed to go through that.
Oh yeah, because I tell you, when I tell you what happened after, you're gonna be like, oh shoot, that's why. Because it's a bigger lesson in everything that happened. But so I started to shake the cards, and I was like, I'm gonna pull. I mean, Mondays, moon days. I was gonna pull a moon card, but the guys gave me a card earlier to read for the show, and I was like, okay. So now I was like, oh, no, I'm not gonna read it. Excuse you. Hello, we gave you a card. So the card that they gave me earlier today is joy and contentment. Yeah, this is from the Angel Guides card of the deck that I have. So I usually get messages every so often from Kyle. So today, one of the this was the card that he sent me on the email. So I was like, oh, okay, well, the flames are, part of the family. So here we are. So be here now. Enjoy the present moment and all of the positive experiences that have unfolded, that are continued to unfold. A wave of contentment is washing over your life. Contentment is about taking time to reflect on your situation, enjoy the moment, and trust you're always being guided. Your angel team is encouraging you to follow your heart now. Do what makes your heart and soul sing. Do what makes your smile, dance, and rejoice in the glory of life. Your angel guide is encouraging you to live your joyful life. Know that your ultimate purpose is to live joyfully. And through expression of your joy, you will reach a state of bliss and contentment. Happiness is the key to the inner peace, and you are being given the opportunity to experience it now. If you find yourself feeling sad, drained, or overwhelmed, hey, that's the energy of the moon. Come on now, let's work it out. Let's work it out. Set the intention and work it out. Know that this is all about change because we need it. In order to usher positive energy into your life, your angels are encouraging you to do what makes you feel alive. Whether you are drawn to pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature, or with loved ones, or even having a digital detox, you are being guided to make those moves now. Anything that makes you feel positive, blessed, and joy will support your manifestation. Your angels are waiting to shine their light and love in your world. So call on them to bring you love in now. Thank you, angels, for showing us what we need. Thank you, angels, for revealing to us, to me, what we need to know. Thank you, angels, for guiding us and for blessing us with your presence every single day. I am super, super grateful on behalf of myself, the whole Feminine Flame tribe, and every single soul that listens to this audio or watches us on Facebook, YouTube, wherever we're going to be here, and in the past, in the present. The past is gone, in the present, and in the future. One last message that I would love to share from the moon is, if you want moon, do not hide at night. And if you want love, do not hide from yourself. Every night the moon kisses secretly the lovers who counts the star. So let's dance to the rhythm of the universe. And I am complete.
That was amazing. That was amazing. And I love your guys was like, hello, what you mean you're not going to share the card? And the first thing that I heard too, when you read the card, the name of the card was gratitude. Gratitude. And that's, we started the show with gratitude. You know, we didn't say what we were grateful for. We didn't
I'm
say.
grateful for you. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm just grateful for waking up today and breathing.
I'm there. All that. All that. All that. All that. 100% and more. Mm. Well, we are at that time, boo.
That's it. We're about to call it an even here.
Even Steven.
Hey, even Steven, that's a good show.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it.
I heard Steven's Universe is really good. I haven't watched it, but I heard it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you for. Go ahead, Swinny.
No, I was gonna say that I've been into a lot of Marvels lately because my kids are rewatching Marvel. So yesterday we watched Spider-Man, one of the Spider-Mans, and I'm like, yes, I'm here for you. Let's go. So every time they have me watching a movie, I'm just like reliving it again and again and again, and I love it. I feel like every time I watch a Marvel movie, I get something else out of it. Like, what? I was there the first and the second time I watched it.
Girl, you just explained life. You just explain life, because that's what we do. You know, we have deja vu, synchronicities, all that stuff. Because the next time you go through, you're like, oh, what? I didn't see this the first time. It's because you wasn't ready yet, and that's okay. But now you got it, don't you? Oh my gosh. I want to say thank you for sending me Reiki healing for my toe. For my toe. And I just touched it and it hurts really bad. So ouch, I shouldn't have touched it. Hands off. Okay, hands off. Woo! Yes.
We're gonna rest it. We're gonna rest it for now until later, because you already worked out. You're already like your day. I feel like when we do these kind of work things, like our day is complete. Like we're done for the day. Now we need a nap.
Okay. Cause shoot, I'm gonna put some pillows up and elevate it, and I'm gonna get some. I got another like 4 or 5 different ice packs. Why do I have 5 ice packs in the freezer? I just thought about that. Why I got so many? So I'm gonna grab one of them and put on it to so the swelling would go down. Okay, that's another show, and we gotta go because I was about to go somewhere with that. So downloads all the time, each moment with me. They just be like, "But do you know?" And I'm like, "What?" So
it's like our own TV show. You're recording it, right? Like you're recording it, right? Good,
really,
because you're gonna get surprised by the end. I feel like by even the day off, when you go back on the audio, you're like, what? I said that?
right? Who was that speaking through her?
I want to know who. Stand up, please. Whoever said that, because that was amazing.
Because I want to give you a high five. Let's do a chest bump. Whatever.
So if you enjoy this lit vibe and you want to continue to lit level up with us and do amazing things in 2022, we will see you tomorrow for day 2 of this 11-day gratitude journey of amazingness. And we might even extend it, the gratitude, for 30 days and for life, because that's a practice that we practice all of the time. This is just a reminder kit for all of us to do in our life, so we can make some magic in our life. So Queen, do you have any last word before we shut it down?
Shoot, you just double dared me on the 365, so I'm taking that challenge, boo. What's up?
Well, we're about to make 2022 magical.
Exactly. That's all I can say. That's my last words, Queen.
Love you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Mañana. Hasta mañana.
Bye, guys.